start with intention posture masters. So setting the intention, you know what the road is. We're joining our attention with the experiences of breathing in, breathing out, and in between breaths body. So that's the road. And where it goes is to focused, attentive presence. And we make a decision that we're actually going to do the practice. So taking a moment to set your intention. Part of that, it begins with posture. So establishing the ready state posture, upright, awake, resilient. So feeling that from the inside. There's pretty much a guarantee if you are in the posture, you've got a really good chance that you're doing the practice. If your mind has grown dull or you've wandered off of the object, there's a pretty good chance the posture will have collapsed or gone one way or another, away from the ready state. So being able to feel it from the inside is very helpful because you know what to go back to. And then invoking the masters. The practice has been accomplished for generation after generation by ordinary people like you and me. So allowing yourself to imagine one of them, whoever that is for you, in front of you. I often imagine my grandmother. Or most often I imagine my teachers. You know, they're in a sort of a group up there in front of me, and they're shining on me and sharing with me their ability to practice or to be present, focused, attentive. This helps take you past any "I can't do this" story. We can do this. It's perfectly possible for ordinary people like us. So having said that, let's bring our attention to the breath coming in, the breath going out, and in between breaths, the body, and we start. I almost always start with stage one. So eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. Working with breathing in, breathing out, body. If you've noticed and been able to bring your attention back a few times, or if you're ready, you might move to stage two. Little foot on the gas, so eyes on the road, hands on the wheel still, foot on the gas. Noticing the rich, experiencing the rich layered qualities of breathing in, rich layered experiences of breathing out, and in between the rich layered experience of being in your body. So if one was noticing, two is connecting with the object. When you're ready, a little bit more of gas pedal, so a little bit more energy to the attention. You might begin with noticing beginning, middle, and end of the breath coming in, beginning, middle, and end of breath going out, and in between breaths, body. You're still noticing distraction and returning, connecting with the richness and the varied experiences of breathing in, breathing out, and body, working with the 7 points. And if you're ready, of course you can practice whatever stage you wish, but if you're ready, we could move to stage 4. So we're still noticing, still connecting, staying with the object. Now we're trying to continuously stay with the object. So this is continuing. So we're working with the breath all the way through, from the very beginning, all the way through the middle to the end, continuously. And then as the breath flows out from its beginning all the way through continuously to the end of the out breath, and in between breaths, body. Continuously and completely all the way in the in breath, and continuously and completely in the experience of breathing out, and in between breaths, body. Eyes are still on the road. Hands are still on the wheel. If you waver, you steer back. Still connecting with the richness of the object, continuously and completely with the in-breath, with the out-breath, body. Good to touch in with body, still in the ready posture. Body and mind intimately connected. If you hold the ready posture, your mind wants to follow into present focused attention. Eyes are still on the road, hands on the wheel, foot on the gas. We're still noticing distraction and steering back, connecting with the richness of the object, and continuously and completely with breath coming in, continuously and completely as breath goes out, and in between breaths, body. Noticing, connecting, staying, continuing. Brighten. If the sound of the duck is an interruption, it's a good sign that the fuzziness or dullness of mind had come in. So the opportunity to brighten your awareness, check in on your posture, connect again with continuous and complete following. If the sound was just a sound, then carry on. Wake up. If your mind had collapsed into a dream, if the sound was a startle, an opportunity to come back continuously and completely with the breath coming in, continuously and completely with the breath going out, in between breaths, body. If the sound was just a sound, carry on. We're trying to find that just the right amount of energy on the gas pedal to be able to stay continuously and completely with breath coming in, going out, body. Brighten. Allow the sound of the bell to call your attention back from the space of calm abiding to how you normally hold your awareness. Look around. Trigger the reorienting reflex. You can smile or not, your choice. It's a wonderful opportunity. If anybody has a thought to share, a question to ask, an experience you'd like to talk about. Robert?
Two things. The first thing is I was able to listen to the tape from last night, which I wasn't able to attend.
Mm-hmm.
I like brightening.
Okay.
Interesting. So what I'd like to talk about is not specifically to do with this stage, but about intention.
Mm-hmm.
And something that Margaret said yesterday, and has said many times, and so have you, that the whole thing about the view and intention has been mentioned over and over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm only beginning to take heed.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm realizing is that intention is actually an antidote to distraction.
Mm.
It's not the direct antidote, but
Right.
it mitigates it.
Yeah.
Um, and it's not easy to do. I'm not finding it easy to do. Um, and I think that you said this last night too, that distraction is so much more attractive than non-distraction.
I don't
I think,
remember saying that, but I wish I had said that.
well, you said something,
Something like that.
you said fast food was,
Oh yeah.
fast
Yummy.
food was more seductive than healthy food.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and so there's something to this. And I just, it's sort of just coming to me how difficult for me it is to really hone in on what the intention is rather than a general intention,
Mm-hmm.
and how and that's one thing, and then the other part is to actually to be able to stay with it.
Mm-hmm. Give me the last two parts again. How difficult it is to.
About to be 79, I can't remember things in close term memory. um Go
You
ahead,
said
and
hone in and stay with it, Robert.
Ask
And I
the how
wondered, yes.
difficult. So it's really interesting because Robert, we know each other quite well, and I know that you're a business person and you have projects that you're doing, including another meditation project, which is wonderful. And you spend a lot of focused time on that. Is that so? Is that fair to say?
yes, and it's possible to get dispersed also.
Right. So how do you not get dispersed when you're working on those projects?
I don't even think I know.
Ah, well, that's a great question to ask yourself. The skillful means or the technique in this is to be very clear about what you're doing. So when I'm working on a project, among other things, I was thinking about what am I going to do with the videos of this when we're done, and I have the idea to create sort of like a boxable course that people, because I want to start teaching other things in addition, and like, oh, I'll create a course of this, and then it'll just be something that people could download. It'll be different than what we're doing, but it'll be something. And it's like, oh, if I start to do that, then I need like a day or two where I'm just focused on that. I have a task. I'll have a clear sense of what when it's accomplished, right? And then I sort of build here's step one, step two, and the building blocks of getting it done. That should sound very familiar with what we're doing here. We have a task. We're trying to get really clear and focused attention and sustain that in a way where we're present, because you can use attention in an odd way to cultivate the rabbit and zone out, create the sleepy state. So over and over from the very beginning, it's about focused, attentive presence. Focused, attentive presence. Just repeating it like a mantra, right? Or a meme, right? It's just like, this is what we're going, this is where the road goes, right? So you know what you're trying to do, and then you progressively build the skills and you get better at noticing. That clarity of intention. So I feel like you asked one of my favorite questions, so I'm going to try and constrain myself and not talk for an hour. But that clarity of intention really empowers how you show up in your life for everything. So if you're listening to somebody and your phone rings and you know all of a sudden your text message, instead of listening to who it was that we were seconds ago, your intention is not clear. And the phones are designed to hijack your attention, right? Because they can make money from that. So, if you were practicing the skill of conversation, you can leave the phone on and you could turn the notification sound down, or you could just ignore it, or you could put it across the room where you can't. There's lots of ways that you can deal with it. There's lots of strategies. But first, there's the decision that while I'm talking to you, and this is the intention, you have my full attention. Unless the building catches fire or somebody is falling down, go to the hospital sick nearby, you get the attention. In an emergency, the rules change, right? Which is why I use those two examples. But 99 times out of 100, you get the full attention. We don't do that. And we don't train ourselves to do that. So this, part of the superpower of meditation is freedom, is you can take control of your attention. That's what it says on the website. Take control of your attention and then direct it where you want. And the clarity of that is real. It's wonderful. And we like the sort of cotton candy stickiness of like, oh, I'll just do a little bit of that, and I'll do a little bit of this, and oh, maybe I'll get back to this. Is really important. Yeah, I'm over here, right? And we don't treat it as if it's important, but this feels sort of fun. The secret sauce, I think, in stage 4, for me at least, I don't want to front load your experience. You'll have whatever experience you have this week, is that the more I get into this continual flow, it's really pleasant. It's not like I just had a piece of chocolate cake pleasant, but it's more like I just had a really good run or walk in the woods, vigorous walk in the woods, and I feel good, pleasant. It's not a sugar rush, but there's something really pleasant and powerful about it. So I don't know, Robert, if that speaks, but that's, honing what it is we're doing. We're actually getting very clear on the goal. So I asked you about your business, like if you're creating the course and you're working with the course, and now I know you're spreading the word about the course, telling the story so people get it. Like, it's a really good thing if you haven't checked it out. It's like, hey, what is it called again? Tell me.
Boundless radiance.
Boundless radiance. Who doesn't want that, right? So it's like, hey, this is pretty good, right? Check it out. And then you're doing it. Like you're building the course, and you know what you're trying. You're trying to get the word out, or me trying to get the word out of freedom. This is freedom. I kind of like my cell. It's comfortable. I've gotten used to the bed. It's like, no, freedom, right? And then, so you know where it goes, and then you commit yourself to it. And that's the third element of, you know what the road is, you know where it goes, and then you decide to get in the car and drive. And I cannot tell you how many meditators I know who have treated their cars like lawn ornaments. They get in the car, they sit there, endlessly indulging the monkey or the rabbit. And then a month can go by. You can attend a month-long retreat, meditating 12 to 16 hours a day, and you feel very virtuous, but you are no better at focusing. Now, I was at my first month-long retreat, and one of the meditation teachers said to me at the end, this is an example of how not to do it. So I'm not going to mention their name, but they said, well, no one really can follow the breath. After a month, I looked at them and I thought, are you crazy? Why didn't we just sit here? And I think I did, right? Follow my breath, right? Which is the way they used to say it. It's like, they're nuts, right? And it was like with complete, like, oh yeah, I just drive and park in the parking lot and look at the ocean. And then, like it's a 20-minute drive from where I live to town. This person would have taken a week to get to town. They weren't going anywhere, right? So the clarity of what it is you're doing and then the commitment to doing it is how you stay there. Anyway, Robert, I just rambled and briefed on what you said. Do you want to say anything back?
Well, I think there's really a lot I could say, but I think that what it boils down to is it's harder than it sounds for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it's a challenge.
Yeah. I'm going to say one thing back and then open up the conversation. I hear you. It's harder than it sounds until it's not. And then it becomes second nature. The more, if you practice the commitment to the intention long enough, it will become second nature. But
Well,
right now, go ahead.
the good news is that I'm getting more serious about it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to join in? Oscar.
Um, Technical question.
Okay.
I've noticed that to keep my posture in a better way, I
Uh-huh.
need to put some strength in my lower abdomen. I keep on hearing like all of my meditation that is not like the best idea, but is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
O-
Sí. Por
Okay, well,
supuesto. Por
thank you.
supuesto. Es perfecto. ¿Por qué no? Why not? Does people tell you why not? So that was three
Because
versions of bad Spanish of saying yes, of course.
yeah, I've been told that you leave like your belly more like in your Netflix posture, so then
Aha.
you can like use all the muscle, relax, make deeper breathing and stuff like that. But I noticed like me being a larger guy,
Mhm,
um, at some point my back needs some
mhm,
help and
mhm,
putting a strength in my lower abdomen
mhm,
that make it
mhm,
better.
mhm.
So I've been wondering, I've been having battles with that, like, should I do it or not?
So yes, I think for you it's fine, and for whoever else it's helpful for, it's fine. This is going to be like the sweet spot. We're looking for the sweet spot on the gas where you can stay continuously and completely with the breath going in and out and body. There's a sweet spot that's in the ready posture. And for you, that sweet spot, you can have strength in your abdomen, still allow so in your psoas muscles or your abdominal muscles or the ones on the side, the obliques, or like you can have strength and still allow your body to breathe fully.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that sweet spot of like strengthening the core or the abdomen and yet not tightening up so that you're just breathing shallowly, right? And then however you breathe, which was a long discussion that we had last week, that's fine. Right. So if you find you're just breathing shallowly, don't worry about it. Just breathe shallowly as long as that lasts. And then if it goes deep, enjoy that. And if it changes, enjoy the next thing. Right. It's like just letting yourself be very natural with it. On some level, what got pointed out last week is attending to the breath automatically changes it somehow. It's like when you pay attention to something, it changes. And
Mm-hmm.
so we're not too concerned with whether it's deep or shallow. I'm more concerned with the posture. So holding the ready posture, and if you need to like strengthen your core to do that, that's fine. Right. Sometimes for me, when my back hurts, which thank goodness is not much, I put a small pillow in the small of my back as a support cushion. Right. So everybody's got a different body,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to find the way that works for you to stay upright, alert, etc. So back to you, Oscar. Does that speak to what you're asking, or
Yes, thank you. That helps a lot.
okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, friends, this has been sort of Cynthia.
I just wanted to, often it's confused that belly breathing means that the abdominals are not engaged. What you're engaging is your diaphragm, and the deep core muscles are what, psoas and such, are what sustains the low back. So you can do both at the same time.
I'm so glad you said that. You said that so much better than I did. That's why it's great to have people with lots of different expertises here, right? So, all right, friends. Well, I did look forward to seeing you this morning, and glad that we got to do our first of 4 stage 4 practices. And I will put the video together as soon as I can today and send it along. And I hope I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you all.
Okay.